Good morning, viewers, and welcome to the Thursday edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV. We they stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also na we website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Apologies, we bring this edition a little bit late, as on all know. One way or the other, there are challenges, but we're able to overcome the challenge them. And I so welcome on to this Thursday edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV. We they stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also now we website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We will bring this edition come to you this Thursday morning. Mina Khadija Bangura.
And Mina Mabel Kaba, good morning. Today is Thursday, the 11th day of September 2025. And inside this edition of the Breakfast Show today, we can take on a go inside Kailaun district. Also, we can look at the untold stories them of people where the Yenga issue do affect, where don't become internally displaced. Waiting at the current situation of them people here, the concerns them where they don't raise. Waiting on they happen to the families them we displaced currently because of the Yenga disputes. Now that's what they can look at inside this edition of the Breakfast Show.
Well, this and other story them then are the program for you this morning, as we tell una Yenga land dispute between the Sierra Leone government and that of Guinea still they go on, and as so they speak now, people and then are Yenga where don't become displaced, they not get side for go, and some of the issues there. So Salon people and only nobody suffering where the ordinary citizens they will be tapped at this particular place where Guinean soldier man them don't go take now at the Salon citizen there. And well, they carry from the ordinary displaced people, them waiting at the challenge that when they go through. Then later we go talk to the authority, them where they in charge for see how they go able for help them people there so we don't become displaced. Well, on the phone we get the chief now this particular community outside the people that don't become displaced, when our Chief Augustine Tamba where they represent the displaced family them for Yenga. Good morning, Chief.
Yeah, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir, we hear you. Let me start for look at usai this issue begin until now where una don't become displaced, una not get side for day again.
When I talk to you this morning, we said this issue begin, sister, it too high because of where Guinean they been done cross Yenga, the attack we then move inside the bush, then no place not been there again. We say we they get to live in the garden, then we on plantation, then all the movie they say let we not go na bush. Let we sit on a ton no more. From there they're not certified. Where they at the town, they're not certified. They move them back, they come still with Boku soldier, more than 300 soldiers where they can occupy that community. Say yanda not to Salon na Guinea ide. So we for move there. Then can't cut road before we would heavy weapon then. Right? We say not be certified. Now bush will be in the past for let can inside Kwendu town. Right now, the constraint is the way. We not get no other side where we live right now past the government help we. Because of the situation we meet we is too high. We get picking then where then they go school. We get women then all things right now we say we are under difficult. So if you ask me this morning, the thing really is difficult.
Chief, as they speak to you, as they talk to you this morning, presently, usa you day?
Right now, what are they so are they na kwenu na the guest house nangisio Ali Kaba, when Dr. Ali Kaba he come when see we constrain, he say no, let different place for let they live there. Although we not do inside, but what say me the right now with some family then nangisio guest house. If anybody wants to see we, you can direct to the Ngisho Case House. Now they will base.
Chief, now how many families them will they talk about so we affected regarding this Yenga disputes? Now how many of them?
Right now the family head we affect for Yenga issue. Now 15 family head, 15 family head. Now in affect Yanda right now with the picking then, with the woman then, but the family head now 15. The picking them all out, including inside you, the family head now 15.
Where you say already somebody don't go to a rescue for go on a shelter, although the guest house according to you also on a day not do for host on a all. Where you talk about sin for it, wetin una dey wear and how the pikin dey go school, how una don dey cope since this incident move una comot from una place?
Where we dey so me, I not tell you like we pikin dem gbé. Even for seat works this year, for seat beke, they're not able to do it. Maybe on picking brain, when August September, you not able to sit in beke this year. When you matter me, instead not able to sit in beke this year because of this consultation, we not get up and hand again. For let give them the money, for let them attend to that year, all will not be get that opportunity. If you see me today, are there to God, me heart are discouraged. We say they are so are discouraged because of what have been they get for support me picking them, I know they get again. So that they are more discouraged for me.
Chief, now you say the Guinean soldier man they don't go pull una place them. We make una don't become displaced, and as of now we they talk to we na a guest house somebody go put una. But government delegation don't they come off free tongue for go meet with the Guinean authority them na Yenga. During then discussion there where then they get as a chief, you been there part of the discussion then?
Thank you very much. I've been there part of the discussion there, but not to Yenga town and reach. I know they tell you like if I tell you say even the military way they are in not reach Yenga 8. Na Pego Bengu than day. Right now na Pego Bengu than day Sunday and they Sokoma. You see, Yenga territory right now what's that ide? Even salon post not a move for good day. If you go there you will get problem. So if the authority then they come, na Toya then they stop, na Kwendu town, na they cut barry. They're not they reach na the territory. When we say we born, when we na the Yenga town, they're not they reach at all.
But story there whether they reach to win a free tongue here, chief. Now that the authority them where they come out from free tongue for go get engagement with the Guinean authority them. Now the Yenga placement and they go hold the meeting them.
Not to Yenga at all. I know they tell you like not to Yenga, then they go hold the meeting. We then Canada, then they call the stakeholder, then we then call the stakeholder, then they don't say Yenga become free. Even ECOWAS we been done cancel a day. It be one reach Yenga, but according to he say they not send them for let them reach na Yenga. We say then stop na Pengo Bengo. We not me bring I've been there the presently for let them reach na Yenga. I've been one let them reach na Yenga, then go see the boundary or the water. But they're not reached at all because they say they're not called for that. So ECOWAS have not been reached na Yenga. All the authority where they come, they're not reached na Yenga at all. The time we've been there, the authority them in the move, then go meet me, then they talk to me. But from 6 go move yonder. No authority no move na 8 for go reach na Yenga town. They discuss how the problem there, how would they go about the system. Then nobody not reach the 8.
Give we a flashback before una dey left Yenga. Wetin exactly been done dey happen there because una na the indigenes na una born yonder na una don dey live there. We waiting a free tongue here don dey get different information there as to wetin exactly be don dey go on na Yenga. Describe for we how life been turn like before una decide finally say una dey left there and comot there because of the threats una be don dey get. How it been turn like?
Right now, we say how would you make we move na Yenga totally for say yes. The way the Guineans have been done attack we because of they not been given the freedom. The freedom na make we move yonder. They not been given the freedom. We not they move yonder for kind of Kwenduya. We not they move wakuna nongowa. Then say that sit on there. If you want buy anything, say that fry up like board. Now that make even the Lord when they cut them before we for them not kind of Kwendu town. You see, they make this situation now. The weapon the way they been get yonder, they been count the machine gun. Then that don't make say for move come on at that village today because of we own life. Now for several life we move yonder because of the threatening way they mean the threatening me the freedom back. I tell me community people they say let come here. If you not come here, we not safe at all. So now make we move yonder.
Chief, you talk about weapon and machine gun them. You can clarify to we audience this morning if whether the Guinean soldier man they we can pull on na Yenga then be use any weapon powder.
They not use any weapon per we, but they threaten, according to the threaten, them be shoot one night, them been don't shoot about 3 times. where they shoot a weapon. So that been don't show say then ready for cafe tree. Then make we say don't afraid we move.
Chief, the authority them, especially government people them, where we can host now with studio, normally can say then they on top of the situation. Then they get diplomatic negotiation them now with the Guinean government for see how they go able for resolve this particular issue. Especially time like this, where we own president na salon, na ina the chairman for the ECOWAS community. You get confidence say this matter go resolve just now?
Thank you very much. Me, I go say because according to the report them where I've been the key, the report them where I've been the key, let's make be honest, let's patience, let's be until the problem solve. How then they solve them? They not they solve them by weapon, then now they go first, say now by diplomat, then they solve the problem. If you see we can, we should not look to the government. How you go able to solve that problem? That's no violence, no weapon business. How you go solve it on diplomat way? That's what we need right now. Because if the weapon happen right now, even when we are Kailan, we all go destroy back. So before that happen, let the government solve it by diplomat. Now we the big camp. Do ya let take time, let's solve them by diplomat, let's not solve them by violence. We don't come out and say war, then let's not come back and say war. So now that's how they tell the government.
In terms of support, as we don't go give una side for tap right now, una don't get any other support from government as to assist una for una go able to manage life until then sort this whole issue out and una go back if possible.
Thank you very much. The support we have been done at the time where we don't move April, June, the first will move, then can't give us supply. Right now, the supply where them don't be it don't done. The government supply it don't done. Pass no more now. We declare to be brother then. We're so sorry for we, they give you 2 back, 3 back. That we go share back between we said. But from since that time where government give we 6 back. Now that 6 back we don't done now. Now, what will they do? Now, beg with the beg now to the government. Let help we back. Still, the job we don't give, we don't done. Let government help we. Now, that's what I get for tell the government.
But we don't the food item them they come out from government for go to now for support, Chief.
Food item then from government we not share it. But we don't never people then where we know say we brother then where then they out we can cry to them. Then they send to we. But the full item then, now rest then give we. The rest then where then give we, pass, we sell that rest there, we buy plazas. Now inside there we make everything. So if you see them give we that rest there, that's 6 back. Because first one then give we 5 back. The second one today then can give we 1 back. So if you see that condition, how you go be? We not get money, we not they do nothing, we not they go up and down. We say we just they like vulnerable. You see, if you see government not for say they bring item there for we now rest no more it bring for we where we know say me and no say yes. Now government support this.
Chief, una be don use for do una farm work and other thing them for una livelihood. Now, according to you, una just dey na one small place na a hotel where you say you not even do for una. How life stand like presently?
The life right now is not so sober for we. Because what we there so the life not sober for we. Right now, if you see we woman then I small picking then they under we and the freedom we use to get na Yenga, we not get time because we not do business. The business inside right now, woman then they not do no business, they not go up, they not go down. Just for she don't have no more for wait for government. Now we she don't pan now we wait for government. How you go able to solve Yenga issue, then we go back.
All right, many times we talk to we chief. That's now Chief Augustine Tamba. where they represent displaced families them, where according to them, it say the Guinean military force bring out weapon and other machine gun them for pulling comot na Yenga, and now then they inside Kwendutong na one guest house. Also is say na about 15 family them they live na this particular guest house right now. This na the breakfast show we they watch, and today we they talk about the real issues them where they happen to ordinary citizens that we don't become displaced na Yenga, as then they allege say some Guinean military troop them been come and pull them come out, and now they don't become displaced. Then picking another go to school, they don't even get team for it. We continue with the breakfast show.
And remember, say yourself for the what the show can drop your message, ask your question, make your comments regarding the topic where we discuss. The number for this one plus 23274200545. We they continue for look at this issue na Yenga. If una can remember this BNTM, a team, a delegation be come out na ECOWAS. We go know exactly what's in the happen. They honor them facts finding mission where them be can do. And one of the agencies and where them be meet where them come na the Office of the National Security ONS. We na together with them and other people being go do this fact finding, and we be done they get updates from ONS from time to time for no waiting exactly na the issue na Yenga and the diplomacy where government said and they use for resolve this dispute, because it don't take a very long time and then still they continue with diplomacy. Make we continue for get updates from the ONS, and at this time I want to welcome at the studio Abdul Karim Will, when the spokesperson for the Office of National Security, where they can give you updates on waiting exactly they go on with over 20 years of diplomacy up till now. The Yenga disputes they on, and people and they will don't become internally displaced because of that particular issue. And as soon as just hear from the chief, they don't outline and challenges them what they go through right now with 15 family heads them. Well, good morning and welcome to the breakfast show, Abdul Karim.
Good morning and thank you for getting me as usual. I'm happy for there.
Let me just start from waiting you hearing from the chief just now. When are aware of the situation?
Very much so. All of waiting the chief talks so, and I think the way they be also bring to we attention in we last visit. Also, of course, for the attention of the ECOWAS 12-man delegation. I mean, the last hour I've been in at this studio, and I've been the same issue we discuss. And I've been talking, waiting to happen at Yenga is very much annoying. Very much frustrating, but I will also state say it not be on account of a lack of efforts, lack of commitment, or even the structures for resolve that issue there between we and what we perceive for be a sister country peacefully. But it seems like all efforts for get that one they don't seem to be fruitless. But in all of the engagements, all of the stakeholders on the Sierra Leonean side don't say yes, a painful, a frustrating, that we don't get into this for decades, and that the situation don't degenerate this level. It means say no more. We need for use further diplomatic means for resolver. Even the chief, na Yenga, the paramount chief, na Kisiteng, the member of parliament, the chief don speaker, all of them, they say, let we resolve this matter diplomatically. Given the fact, say, the relationship will exist among them people anyway, they under axis, whether na the Guinean axis and Angola, or the Sierra Leonean axis, or even going further to Liberia, now one and the same people. So any consideration for ownership of a particular piece of land enough to overshadow the good relationship that exists between them for decades, centuries, if you like. And so where we've been going Kwendo, waiting the chief outline, so he also be outlining for the attention of not only ECOWAS but also for the attention of government authorities. And as far as I know, efforts will be put in place for ensure say some additional visitations will be made for assess the situation and provide them with the much needed support. But the point for be underscored that no matter which support you give to them people in there, you will only resolve the problem sustainably if you relocate them back to the community, because land and ancestral kind of inheritance. Now they don't use for do their farming, now they don't do for do their activities. That they not did it now means they not do for do farming, they not do for do business, just like how it all outlined. And issues relating to even the welfare of them, picking them, schooling, and all other things that one day we very much challenging. And like I say, it really don't be frustrating. But we've been there also, I've been talking, after we don't exhaust all possible means at the local level, at the national level, between we and Guinea, and it seemed for the fall on deaf ears, we don't pitch the conversation high. And so in one of ECOWAS engagements, His Excellency the President, after we don't provide the briefings on all of the things that we don't do, we and Guinea, and seem for yield the dividend, what we expect for yield, he raise them up now an ECOWAS summit. We then discuss this extensively, and therefore that will lead to the constitution of a 12-man delegation, technical delegation for can do a fact-finding mission between Sierra Leone and Guinea in respect of this impasse relating to the ownership of a small town in the eastern region of Sierra Leone. We all of the time, since time immemorial, don't be considered as a Sierra Leonean territory. The picture we the town chief for Yenga paint, now the correct one that one day. Yenga currently as a town is occupied by Guinean armed forces, which means in a militarized zone. We on we own side, the Sierra Leonean military deployed na Sukuma and Pego Bengo. Na turn the way flank Yenga. Yenga SSF located before you reach the river, we can refer to River Makuna. Naturally, na dande na even the colonial demarcation recognized as the boundary between Sierra Leone and Guinea. But well, the history of Yenga could be traced back to the period during the war. We get incursions where they affect negatively the Nongoa axis, the Guinean part of that part there. And so Guinea being one of the countries that will be show up for help with for pursue the war, being asked that they use that territory as a point to say they go for help, for word of any rebel incursion in Guinea, and also help with for pursue the war in country. But since after that, we don't get back and forth on the occupation of that territory there.
All this while these disputes na Guinea and Salone don't they continue because of this land? One thing we not seem for come clear it now waiting exactly now the position of Guinea, because even the ECOWAS delegation we come, according to the information we reach them been send letters and both countries say they want for go do fact finding. Sierra Leone be respond and then come, but the Guinean side, these counterparts not respond at all, whether or not they allow them for come over to their own side. Waiting don't be the response of the Guineans them with all the diplomacy, the negotiations, and where don't they happen. Waiting don't be the official stand on this.
Guinea, they also lay claim to Yenga. Officially, they have seen that they get Yenga. And they have any reference documents where they beyond the colonial period. The baking where they can construct the now be the mile baking. Like they can put 250 miles after a certain journey distance, say from Kailan to this point. That's also. I think they misunderstand them for be the baking where demarcates the two countries. So they pull that one day and then put a structure with a label since 1885. The treaty we established the boundary between Sierra Leone and Guinea, particularly on the axis day, it dated in 1896. So if you can't put now a baking, they say since 1885, it means they say Namibia gets Yenga before the treaty. But even at that, let we assume say now that be the obtain. During the scramble for and partition for Africa, mostly the colonial people and now they be the demarcate, now they be the put the boundaries and officially sign, and then document, and then they become binding on both countries. So in 1886, they signed up to a treaty which indicates say the river Makuna, now the boundary between Sierra Leone and Guinea, and therefore Yenga being on this other part, done since that same day, recognize itself as a country, as a territory belonging to Sierra Leone as a country. on the ECOWAS request for come visit both countries, the ECOWAS delegation will come before they go to Quendo. They inform we say they will not engage the Guinean authorities in a correspondence. Just the same way they send to we. Say we want for come visit Una, forget this engagement in respect of this dispute between Una and Salon in respect of Yenga. The response was, okay, we acknowledge receipt of the correspondence Una don't send, but Una give it them because we get some situation at hand. I understand say that they about to go into a referendum, I think say inside this month. And so they not outrightly deny, say they not go accommodate ECOWAS for Camna Guinea. However, they say let them be given time. So ECOWAS initially began for engage Guinea first before they come to Salon. Because in this case, now we are the complainant. Guinea now then are the respondent to that complaint they would not put. And so it makes a lot of sense if you be first listen to the possibility respondent. So because the mission gets some timeline and they know how to go too far away from that timeline, they say, well, since we're not going for engagement now, understandably, we can still come to Salon. So they reach out to Sierra Leonean authorities. The Sierra Leone government say, beautiful, we can come and get the engagement them. But when they come to Salon, then begin from the national level. Freetown engage with various stakeholder institutions, government ministries, departments and agencies, including the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Office of National Security, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Internal Affairs. And then they now move to Quendo. The initial intention are for visit Usai Salon Soja and deploy, Pegobengu and Sokuma and not Yenga. However, being that they don't now a territory very close to Yenga, they say we might use this opportunity for come visit Yenga town SSF. Therefore, through the military command on the Sierra Leonean side, there was instruction for the brigade commander for let you reach out to in counterpart Nanongoa for say there is this same way they come. Is there a possibility for them for come visit after when they don't visit Sukuma and Pegubeni for Kana Yenga? The military commander Nanongoa not outrightly deny as well, but they say, okay, let me reach back to Conakry. After engagement with Conakry, whether or not whatever happened, they come back and say, unfortunately, the position of the Guinean authorities are that they want to let the ECOWAS team begin from Conakry and then come down to Usai they occupy, just like how they don't begin with we. And therefore, he's constrained to allow the team for visits because in order within a mandate for allow that if happen.
And conversation don't they go on, one big concern where many people don't get now, why Guinea still is stiff saying they get Yenga? Could it be because of the possible reason, say the minerals them within other parts, because information are that deposit of diamonds and iron ore then at that particular axis, then that couldn't be one possible reason why the no one lets go of Yenga?
Issues relating to the presence of minerals, especially the one the way you mentioned, so that's still just people assumption, but no technical studies not don't be done on Yenga for sure say diamond did for sure say iron ore deposit did. However, a lot of economic activities they happen at that side where they benefit largely the GAF personnel, the Guinean Armed Forces. The river SSF, it gets clean deposit of sand. But that sand they on the Sierra Leonean part, and then they mine them. The second thing is that a lot of I don't know, local ferry or local boat activities they happen there. People in the crisscross from Guinea to Salon, Salon to Guinea, and that kind of thing. All of the boats are where they on the river. The Guinean manned boats, the Guinean owned boats. Then they collect tax yanda, and they collect tax ubaya.
Was Salon ever do for find out whether the talks where people only get say there are minerals at this place for really be certain, because that might be one possible reason why the Guineans are no ones for let's go of Yenga.
I don't think so. We don't go that far. Well, I not get the facts with me in relation to that kind of finding. Say, but the information I get some in hand now that that speculations no more say a possible say mineral deposits did in respect of diamond or even gold or even iron ore deposits.
But will this particular issue they discuss and then story they are already explained, so people don't hear about them a lot, and this issue don't they drag for a very long time. Now people and they out there we don't become displaced, pass goodwill people we go sorry for them, put them in a guest house or not even convenient for them according to the chief. Then picking they not in a school, they not even get thing for it. They have good things the way ordinary people and they go support them, then get for sell them, for let them buy other things the way then convenient for. Are you guys worried about the situation where they happen at this place?
We're very much concerned, and the stories will go for continue for be the same until we resolve this matter. Now some thinking if I will repeat yourself because you even make them more clearer. Unfortunately, we deal with a neighbor when I don't show that commitment and sincerity, where we think say on we part we don't show, and largely it is beyond we control for determine how they go one for relate to the matter and that kind of thing. Some thinking they it can appear like say because I really know say I not get no stick in this, even if you spoil and not care, I will just ensure say if the status quo continues the kind it happens. So now that's the reason we pitch the conversation beyond the national, the two countries, and now we bring to the attention of ECOWAS. And we very much optimistic say ECOWAS going to provide a solution to that one day. But if that one day still fail, we get some other avenues so we can go. And I sure say we don't take into this discussion this far because of the level of relationship where they exist between we and Guinea. I mean, we not for be forgetful of the fact say Guinea and Salone don't stand with each other in both good and in bad times. We get we were one of the first countries in West Africa we show up for can help people pursue the war. Now Guinea, and then do so selflessly to the extent that they lost men, they lost equipment. A lot of things happen to Guinea, where the government and people of Sierra Leone highly appreciative of. But that notwithstanding, it don't mean say because you don't help me for pursue a war, you can now annex on tie where I think say that may get. And also the trade relations, apart from what they happen at the Yenga axis, if you count on other side and we say Salone and Guinea share a boundary, the level of trade interactions where they take place, it is at a level where you go only want for maintain that kind of situation there or even improve on them even more. Intermarriages don't take place. Some people they are part Guineans, they are part Sierra Leoneans. Some people families in a Salone, then in a Guinea, and vice versa. But we don't record over the period. Say not only Yenga now the concern who we get in relation to border infraction. Sometimes in the we see attempts by GAF personnel for actually just come engage in some activity within Sierra Leonean territory and go back, either mining or facilitating some activities we consider for be illegal. But in all of this, the concern always don't be Guinea na a brother country, na a sister country. No matter how difficult it is, we need for meander around this issue and resolve them amicably. All of the people will be talk to the ECOWAS delegation when they ask how na feels a way for resolve this matter. None of them not suggest any military intervention in terms of that resolution day.
All right, continue for the week Studio Abdul Karim will. We will come back to you shortly. You still watch the Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV, and we will continue the conversation we get for do with the current situation of Sierra Leoneans. Them we don't become displaced internally, and now Yenga we will go now on the phone for get the member of Parliament where they na the District block we cover Kailaun, and it on the line now when our Honorable Fala he could do updates. The last time we been get on the program where the ECOWAS delegation been go but not been get access for going to Guinea, the young parts na Yenga, and we just don't read the picture where Abdul Karim don't give regarding that situation. But let me just talk to the member of parliament. Good morning, Honorable Fala, and welcome to the breakfast show.
Yeah, good morning, my sister. Thanks for having me.
The last time where we get you on the phone now for give we updates on what's been happen where the ECOWAS delegation being come visit on a fact-finding mission. Since that time to now, waiting on the happen because this morning we also don't talk to the chief of the one them way internally displaced. We don't give you the inside of the story. Where on a normal day people not can hear it from them people and they. Let we know from you, the member of parliament. Waiting to happen since the last time we talked to you to now.
Okay, on my own side, on the ground, so far the place quiet. There has been no further attempts or move for any further occupation or escalation of the matter. Outside the Guineans, they been done day before. Outside them, been illegally occupied. When the garrison base onto the Yenga village itself. And about 10-50 meters off the village, side and put the illegal beacon. Now that territory they still illegally occupied. And after the ECOWAS visits, of course, it go viral, it go everywhere on social media. So a few moves we don't take place from the end. Radio International France been contact me on the matter, say they self one for write a story we then go share. And one, Mrs. Okelo for Radio International France being here for take an interview, wanting to know the crux of the matter and what actually happened. They being concerned over the social media news we been go out say ECOWAS was resisted. So I make clarification on that. Say no. According to ECOWAS, they write letters to Guinea and they write a letter to Guinea and to Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone don't reply, and that's why they are here and they are waiting on the reply of ECOWAS, after which they will table a report and take the matter for further.
Honorable,
and in addition to that, yeah, before you come in addition to that, also this weekend, the Chief Minister of the Republic of Sierra Leone also go for the visits the same Kwendu ground for reaffirm government commitments to the Yenga issue. If you ask me, this is the new development we don't take place from where ECOWAS left.
Government's delegation visiting the Yenga, not so new thing. And the one way pertaining the people actually, because they can say we two elephants and the feds, now the grass they suffer. The situation and condition of the internally displaced people now the one challenge that they right now where so many people concerned about waiting tangible way government they do for ensure say while them people here so they face them challenge their rights and they're able for be rescued, at least get a shelter as it is now according to the chief. Now just an individual don't go pay for them at a hotel, we're not able for host them all yet, then they get challenged for get feeding and some other thing them where they need on a daily basis. Waiting at the tangible thing where governments they do for them people here.
Okay, first, thank you for the question. Indeed, I agree with you that there is no politics attached to that, and that is a truism. Say, them people and they in their need of support, especially food support, because they don't get access to them farmlands, the cocoa farm, the banga farm. Nothing, absolutely not there. In fact, most of them picking they're not able to go to school right now because they are not in correct mental state. And like you mentioned, the district council house, but they will host a few of them. Some in other outlying villages. So things are difficult for them. Providing shelter for them by the government, by non-governmental organizations, philanthropies, that is very paramount at this point in time. They are in dire need of that. And additionally, for let them get food items, very, very important. However, we want to say a very big thank you because this team in Brook initially, government been make the attempt for carry some food support. We have been 2,400 bags of rice. So that they don't exhaust them because that food they not been just limited. It was distributed for all man we been run the entire day. and all outlying villages enter they be run the all kinds like Kwendu. We don't get little support, but then support them they, to be honest, can be approximated as negligible. In the sense, some people then go come then can and give them 2,000. 2,000 not going to take you for a week. Other we don't get other support, even as they go so now. Kisi industry they will give them small oil. Zara Petroleum also give 10,000. We they say for go give them. Also, as I talk to you, sir, they take this interview at this Aminata Petroleum. We then say been done say them will give them small rest and oil. When that negotiation coming.
Honorable, yes. We say una put them in a place, but we talked to the chief earlier. Before they can talk to you, the chief say na somebody else rent a guest house for them where na 15 families. He said that them become displaced right now. That guest house then they manage, and even the space where they get not enough for them.
Yes, now that's what they say. Now the council guest house. In Kwendu, we have council guest house.
Yes, I understand that. When they talk about the guest house, yes. It don't make reference say now you need a government puts them there. Now somebody else in name a mention say now this person come na the rescue.
What say we, these are community stakeholders. We come together, supported by it's not the government directly, but the amount where they pay, you find out say it's not to major, not to they pay like a normal guest house. But we as community stakeholders engage a brother we be able to go identify that place for let them temporarily. The point where you try for make very important, government for pay additional attention, providing correct shelter for them. And I've been on social media everywhere, they ask for that. It's a process. But for now they are sheltered now the council guest house.
You say,
I think that's the point I'm making.
You say it's a process, but almost 5 months down the line, then people here don't become displaced. This process now waiting the slow and we make, for example, when are not able for like construct perhaps temporary shelter we go host them people because all the handouts we on the given so not to we go able for sustain them. It go come in for something 1 week, 2 weeks, somebody give them something, then go eat and move, but then go still need tangible thing for them temporal stay. Waiting a whole almost 5 months down the line.
Okay, thank you. So one big opportunity me as a representative don't get, and we also other stakeholders are happy about. Now the visit proposal Saturday the 13th with the chief minister again for the day. So that is going to be an opportunity for all. Instead they go visit the site. And they go to the Yenga people they live, and that is going to be an opportunity for all tell and say, yes, we don't try for shelter them people they have now, but it is not comfortable, it is not conducive. So if you will return now and take up with government, philanthropists and other people for let them can support them as quickly as possible, I think that's the opportunity we have now, and we are just like 2 to 3 days to that opportunity.
But this not a thing will just happen. It's almost 5 months. It got for take 5 months until the chief minister go na this particular place for let it aware say this is the situation and the people really need for be rescued, in need for day for let get that particular communication.
Madam, no need for day. But the first thing the government do, the government respond adequately by providing food. Remember, when there is a problem, you say our government, they expect certain things and they get for days. So, plan, there is no plan budget for that. They even dream certain kind of things go day. Government.
All right, that's the honorable member of Parliament.
Relocate. So, Jamande. Hello.
Yes, honorable, go on.
Yeah. So government will get this responsibility of focusing on defending the sovereignty and territorial integrity, the borders, by bringing in chunk of soldiers. It brings rest. You get me? Eh? So more we ask, the more governments itself don't they plan now, say, okay, also say they pay attention, don't they? The chief minister go in there, to me, it shows say government gets attention, don't they? So let's go and ask again and put it to the chief minister that you say local side people where they live now, if now prefabricated house itself for the immediate people we displaced, let us have them. Let me believe so we'll forget a good way out of that.
Honorable, as we speak now, how many people through your records you get where don't become displaced? How many in total?
For Yenga itself, we have like 14 households. 14. That is an approximated figure. So you multiply that by 7, because every household multiply by 7. So the total go there around then 2 something people we may say displaced. A few they live in Akwendu and a few they in outlying villages as stated.
By all indication, the diplomacy way Sierra Leone they use for deal with this issue not seem for don't yield something tangible. We mean say them people here, over 200 of them where you just make mention of, get for then at this situation for a very long time. If only Sierra Leone they wait for reclaim Yenga before they go back to Yenga. As a member of parliament, now whose assurance you get for them if then they listen you right now as to how on a plan for rescue them until they go back to outside them be done use for the when at then young place and they outside them born?
Thank you very much. So the first assurance now that government don't heighten engagement at the diplomatic corridor.
Hello, Honorable.
Don't come, they don't can get first-hand information, and also Radio International France don't they engage, and the foreign minister Timothy Kaba don't they engage, the president himself don't they engage. He don't do 1 or 2 turn at this. Where say they go, they must they bring the Yenga discussion. They must be discussed with colleagues. So I want to assure me people and say patience and resilience now the answer, because what if most of the people want for the government do, if government say they go along that line, they know they hot the fire, because we cannot go to war. Diplomacy now the answer. You they go into.
Hello, Honorable.
It will be very prolonged battle. So instead of when I go begin the battle, then at the end of the day, I can't sit on a table back. Go on a table 110 loan and negotiate. So let us trust the process and believe say President Bill and government don't take this matter serious. When I make even after all the engagement, then the chief minister back for the go reaffirm that commitment for say Yenga is our land uncompromisingly. We get for reclaim that land with ease through the diplomatic window. So that's going to be my message to million people. Even this weekend we'll go for the meet. That is going to be my message to them. Let us be resilient. We come under, we're very peaceful, but we are firm. Not that we're afraid, but we believe say going into confrontation, escalation, conflict, not to solve the problem, but diplomacy definitely get for yield dividend. Thank you.
All right. Many thanks for you joining me this morning. That's now Honorable Falatengbe from Kailaun Bidegiri updates regarding the issue of Yenga as Ibide talk. And according to Ram, it don't say let the people be hopeful. The chief minister go visit this weekend and then go put the case across. You still the Waji Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV, and we still get between at the studio Abdul Karim Will, we come out at the Office of National Security. Waiting at the way forward for Yenga based on security of the people.
So the Honourable Member of Parliament for that area just don't lay the facts bare, and whatever information we say they collect from the people or they make them known to the relevant authorities because as it is now, we get several things on the table. The welfare of the people in terms of the feeding, accommodation, etc., etc., and then how to resolve the bigger concern SSF over the ownership of Yenga. We as a sector, we responsibility now for flag the red flags for the attention of the relevant authorities, for let them take action at the political level. But presently, we get to a military personnel then deployed very close to the deployment with the military of Guinea don't make. We will be engaged the community people. They express thanks and appreciation because prior to that deployment day, Guinean armed forces will be only deployed and stay in Yenga. They will also even harass the communities that we adjacent to Yenga town until we deployment that one day and they happen. But now that we did it, then they don't put a stop onto that one day completely entirely. They only now get a siege on Yenga, and the other side them we did it. And the decision say we go maintain that deployment day until we resolve Yenga. One morning, the commander on the Yenga side on the Guinean side approach in counterpartner salon for say, well, no, open this border. Now we open this border now and forget about this kind of a thing. Of course, we rejected that one because now be a practice on them part that I think will go normal. Just one morning, one commander go just come and say borders are closed. As he wish, borders are opened again. And we think say that in a kind of an affront onto the integrity of the country. And so we don't stop that kind of thing there. And also we continue for pacify with people them, because in the midst of the closure of the borders, we did notice some smuggling activities that take place. Some people them for want of funds, then they secretly want for smuggle goods go to Guinea.
Because that's about ask you say if they see this whole situation as a security threat to Salon.
It is a threat. It's a threat that nobody no go denying that fact there. It's a threat to the economic activities of the people, and whether one day you translate them, it affect them well-being and even their living. If you now get a situation where people them in a country we know they are at war, we know to natural disaster pull them come out in their own territory and then they as displaced people, then that's a security concern. Now that's the reason we pitch the conversation at this level, because we think say the level of insincerity on with counterpart now one we don't reach beyond a stage where we're not able to tolerate it any longer. Because like I be say, before this situation degenerated onto this level, the two countries have been come together and set up joint technical commissions. Then joint technical commissions here, then get a broader mandate for the reaffirmation of the borders between Sierra Leone and Guinea. Quite recently, I think it was in June of this year, we all be meet up again in Liberia, whose Ivory Coast also join we. So Liberia established that same commission with we. They established with Guinea, and Guinea they established with Ivory Coast. In all of their efforts in there, we don't sit down at rooms, we don't sit down at conference tables. We and Guinean counterparts we extensively discuss issues relating to border infractions, including Yenga. And it been kind of a shocking that in the midst of all of their engagements in there, we can see a full deployment of GAF personnel in a territory we will still consider for being a disputed zone, who collectively be find a solution onto just because before the car itself. Even before that situation degenerates, we will go na Conakry. We will get extensive engagement with the authorities in Guinea, and then we draw up a roadmap as to what we for do in terms of the activities for resolve all border infractions between we and Guinea. Because don't forget, say we share a boundary, the largest boundary we will share with any country now between we and Guinea, from Melikuri down Cambia axis onto Falaba, onto onto Kabala, onto Kwendu, onto Kono, the whole stretch that between we and Guinea alone. And in all of their side and day, we get issues relating to, pockets of activities where they undermine the integrity of Sierra Leone. So we think say we will need for resolve all of that one, including the Yenga situation.
With all waiting they gone, so now families don't become displaced. Guinean soldiers then still hold on to this place. It clearly shows say the negotiation they all not yield a good fruits. Conversation of Salone going to the ICJ, but don't they come up now? How una go pursue that particular path there?
So they look forward to the ECOWAS engagement. And well, very much certain say it will succeed. However, Usai if fail, they will still get that opportunity to go to the International Court of Justice for arbitration. So we go pursue them. But even before we reach that level, we have to follow all of the steps. We don't begin the negotiations here at the local level. The paramount chiefs of both countries, Guinea and Salone, the chief na Kisiteng, the chief na Nongoa, and the local authorities are that area, including even Foyakama na Lufa County. They be done to get engagement for resolve them challenges and when they affect them. Whether they fail, they bring and come to the attention of the government. So we, in collaboration with Mano River Union, the Makona River Organization, and other local authorities, do your best, supported by international organizations, particularly GIZ, for see that they will resolve that matter there. Unfortunately, we still get them challenged because the other party not want to let it go the way how it's supposed to go. And that are the reasons we make now don't pitch them up beyond the levels and they to the ECOWAS level. I should say when ECOWAS fail, of course the ECOWAS engagement will therefore go into them with routine AU go also have for do because I should say they close the monitor then discussions and they if that one they fail, then we can advise we say for pursue the next line of action.
But should Sierra Leoneans be hopeful say Salone go gain Yenga back because all of them conversation here we dey talk about so not get timeline and it don't say where the diplomacy done they go on.
Yeah.
Why should they be hopeful?
People should be hopeful because we not only lay claim to Yenga in vacuum, we lay claim to Yenga based on legal documents which exist.
But you don't take say them get documents where then they use say
yes.
Now they get Yenga.
So it go interest you for not say when we be meet up at some point at Kailang. Usa we there for 1 week with them, their own delegation. Then count documents, we self count documents, we then collect from the National Archives, just like how we self do. We particularly been collecting from Frabe College. Dr. Yuzebi Akano me help me with that one day. Now one of the experts in relation to that particular matter the way we get for do with the borders. Then document the way they hold so. Now the same document the whole self hold. And no sign of the way it contradicts anyone. In fact, the documents how they do all of the treaties they write them in French and in English. We say them talk in English, then they just interpret in French. Or we say them talk in French, then they just interpret in English. So we don't see any side whose side they say Yenga as a village belongs to Guinea. However, the treaty, for Usai may find them a little challenging. Now that it states the river Makona on that axis exclusively belongs to French Guinea. Exclusively belongs to French Guinea, meaning na Guinea property, the river itself. However, even though it belongs to Guinea, anybody in a Salone on that axis who have to do anything on the river, is free for do so without let or hindrance, whether na navigation, whether na fishing activities, and what have you, or transport, sea transportation, etc., etc. However, the treaty further go on for say, if any one power or two countries they want to do something major on this river, so for example, you have to put a bridge across there, una for talk as two countries bilaterally, una for sit down at table and agree on the terms and conditions for the construction of that bridge there. So I find out a little challenging at the fact say, if you say this person ain't get this phone, but if you have to put WhatsApp there, if you consult the other person. Now the entire problem. So maybe the Guinean authorities either deliberately refuse to understand the fact say it is the river that is being spoken about. It's not about the ground after the river. Because they claim say by technical kind of a demarcation, when a boundary does so, some meters away from that boundary day, it's supposed to belong to that person. It's supposed to be a buffer zone. And Yenga not fall within that kind of thing. In fact, they also talk about the Millennium Tide. On the part of Sierra Leone, na hilly part. Yenga on the hill. On the other hand, Nongoa, they below the sea level. So even if we forget a Millennium Tide, a kind of a flow of water, it will only affect Yana and not if we can up the river.
Will popular opinion out there now that Salon stand at an advantage, especially now where President Biona, the chair of the ECOWAS, if we're able to resolve this issue. But the way how things they go so, on optimistic say by the time where President Biona in tenure they done as ECOWAS chair, Sierra Leone go there before reclaim this Yenga land again where Ona believe say it belongs to Salon.
We're very much hopeful. In fact, Nadana the reason we don't achieve this feat. Because no less a person than the president herself. Now, in table this discussion, I was say I don't try for resolve this matter with my counterpart using all of the structures at a level, and their own structures at a level for no resolve them. You know, seem for get the attention we is supposed to get, and therefore, Abraham Kanaya for we take the necessary action. Now that we immediately lead to the constitution of this 12-man delegation we recently can visit. We get the broader mandate for do a technical assessment for ascertain waiting really na the claim where either of the countries are lay. We them in Kana Salon, we not only give them verbal explanation, the National Security Coordinator and the Office of National Security, we provide them with all of the documents. A compendium of all of the documents relating to documents we talk about the legal aspect of we claim, administrative documents, and even cartographic documents. Maps them, we don't draw. So it's in the tendency if we they know, but most of we now we they are alive now. So we very much optimistic. Like I say, we claim all the lay. We know they do them in vacuum. We do them in tandem with the law, in tandem with the waiting. We colonial masters them left. The point ought to be made say all of them border ownership how they make so now colonial inheritances. But if now that one now we don't follow, then we also get for continue for follow until we now as countries them take a decision say let we now redemarcate with boundaries them so that it will now be boundaries demarcated by us present generations and not for make reference again to the old documents that the archive maybe some thinking the way how they be even do the demarcations. Then we look for tree, then we look for river, then we look for villages for demarcate between countries, and over time either them trees ready for them and you know going for mark them again, or the rivers and they don't dry up. Fortunately for the river Makona, a big river, you know, go easily dry up. It's almost impossible for let it dry up because of natural river flow. But trees, villages, for user for mark a place, now we're challenging. So, but we get opportunity, given the relationship we don't exist between we and the sister country. It'd be for easy for now we resolve that one day. But also we need for realize say after we war, the nature of government or the practice that's alone a different from sadly within the practice what they happen na Guinea, and so government and they see a kind of a deviation from the thing they wanna be don't begin onto the point. Because don't forget say in 2005 President Alpha Conde of blessed memory and President Ahmad Tijan Kaba of blessed memory of Sierra Leone and Guinea, they can meet up na Nongoa, they can meet up na Kwendu. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, former president of the Republic of Liberia, now be witness, and several other dignitaries from across West Africa. They began sit down at that place and sign up to a communique and see the Yenga officially to Sierra Leone.
So when President Bio meet in counterpart na Guinea and tell and say there's been a communique, me predecessor them, we two predecessor them, they don't sign law try for bring to effect.
Well, I wish I be able for determine that same day, but I not also want for deviate from the fact say it possible say you don't discuss her with them, because this thing not to today business, and President Biono don't they in authority in a few years ago. It done be for long years, and after the current regime now Conakry come into power, exchange visits they don't take place. I should say in the discussions among them, apart from strengthening bilateral ties, issues relating to particularly Yenga go don't crop up. But maybe, just maybe, because still able for be resolved amicably. Now that make we still lay at this level over there. We very much hopeful say President Bio will able for resolve this matter within the shortest possible time through the ECOWAS chain, because they could say all man don't indicate say we want to resolve this matter without any rancor, because at the end of the day we not have to resolve an in-house problem. We consider this kind problem for be an in-house. We at the end of the day we resolve them, then the people who reside on that side they become enemies forever. We want to resolve it in such a way that it will be a win-win situation. Guinea win, we win, and we people live in harmony.
On another note, Will, the police fall under the Office of National Security, and recently we don't see clips and information where they confirm now that Bo and Kenema, the situation in terms of thief man them, where to an extent don't even make somebody that lost in life, other person in critical condition in terms of internal security. Waiting at the current situation with the matter there.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yesterday, the Sierra Leone police will call a special press conference. Outside and come update the public through the press about various security issues across the country, but specifically narrowing on the recent incidents where you mentioned Bo and Kenema armed robbery incidents. The manner in which the incident they be happen it be really alarming, because it been lead to the serious injuries sustained by the NASIT manager, life-threatening injuries by NASIT manager Nabo on account of the activities of armed robbers, and they then cut away properties including funds and what have you. Few days down the line, that will be about the very time we will be in Yenga, the same category of people and go on to Kenema. The same category of people, yeah, the same people. Now that the investigations are shown now, and go back to Kenema, go rob the Catholic priest we did the late Father Augustine Amadou, and unfortunately they kill him. So the Inspector General of Police be waste no time. He go, in fact, he relocate to the regions and get extensive engagement and give the instructions when necessary for ensure say they go after whosoever they behind then kind that start the act then they. So yesterday they come with 6 people at the press conference and parade them as people that were involved in all of the activities that happen within that period day, because now two robberies been take place there. One name will lead to the serious injuries where they inflict on Mr. John Lamina, the NASIT manager, we hospitalized. I understand say if information high that they're not even flying out of the country owing to the nature of the wounds he sustained. 5 of them suspect them. They directly involved in the physical activities that take place on those fateful nights. One of them, a recipient of one of the stolen items, I think now the phone of Mr. John Lamina, where they get from the robbery. So police using their own skills, they mean for go after the people and then for arrests all 5, including this person where you see the stolen property. But given the nature and the complex nature of the investigation and the seriousness of the matter, then just give me summarized details. The basics, the other details them they will get for provide them as and when the need arises for let the public understand that one day. But they also tell the public say 4 more days on the run, and appeal to members of the public. If you see strange person in your community, no matter how remote that community is, bring and come to the attention of the relevant authorities. Of course, the information about them in terms of the photographs, in terms of all of the details, they with we intelligence officers where they now sniff around for ensure say they get them and bring them come to book. And the promise are that no matter who side they go, whether they're in country or they're outside of the country. As long as Interpol the function there, now people are going for extradite and bring back as a law for can't face the long arm of the law. But waiting now the assurance to the public now that yes, some people go just want for do all things, but no safe havens not there for them kind people and they. And the killers of Father Amadou of blessed memory, and even the one that will inflict injury on Mr. John Lamina, they know will go free. The law will catch up with them. The law will catch up with them, especially the one that way on the run, the one that way they now. The judiciary will go for, the police go for process them, help with the investigations, and so on and so forth. When they do the arrest, they arrest them with deadly weapons, including guns. Then shots, guns, then long chakabula guns, including a shell where they indicate say they mean shoots na the residents of the Nasit quarter na Bo. So now that one in MB obtained study. Of course, several other things may come in relation to arrest where police make now the airports of somebody, a foreign national, I think a Guinean by extraction, where they in possession of cocaine in luggage, and that one they undergo investigations currently. Something Dieng na the person in him down and see also 3 other people in there on the run where police also don't launch a manhunt for. And then he talked about issues relating to deportations from the United States of America.
For the armed robbery gang, then they exist na a particular community, na a serious security concern. Will
it is a serious security concern, and like I say, in the midst of all of the efforts we keep being made, you will just get people and we want for throw spanners into their effort then they. And for some people, it is either robbery or nothing else. One sad reality will be come out at the press conference that some of them people and they were involved in the activities. Now people will be also in a jail, and people will broke out of jail during the November 26th coup d'etat. And so it only means say some of them all things the way people they can do that then can affect it they get back on society. Because if the judiciary don't investigate people, then police don't help for provide investigation. Judiciary don't convict them, they don't send them to jail, and then other people out of their own selfish desires and can't cause that kind of thing they and unleash left people and for go away from the law. Now that kind of thing that can be the repercussion. So they one the way still lay on the run from the November 26th coup d'etat. Now people will still look out for, and then when they are already on the run in respect of the recent happenings, and they now people will pursue, and I assure the public say we'll never forget at them, just like the police, the IGP be promising the death of Father Amadou not go be another statistics. It will be something we will pursue rigorously. Now that lead to the arrest of the 6 people here who will help the police with the investigations.
All right, many thanks for you joining me this morning for Kangui updates. In name na Abdul Karim Will, the spokesperson for the Office of National Security. Don't Kangui updates on what's in the happen at Yenga, and also a wrap them up with the 2 unfortunate incidents them of thief we happen na Bo and Kenema, and as soon as from the police don't address the public regarding that, and they don't catch some of the thief man them waving come out from Kenema to Bo, and unfortunately somebody be lost in life, but I say the police investigate and go and sure say then catch all the one that were involved. Thank you, we can at the studio this morning.
Thank you for getting me.
Musa Saukuruma make on see we live on all we platforms then, and to the rest of the team, many thanks to yourself. We send you message now this edition of the breakfast show go left una plenty thank you to una all. Until we meet again, Mabel Kawade, get a good day and goodbye.
All right, continue for watch Liberty TV throughout the day as they produce very interesting content for now we get for those public interest. Watch all we content and what they produce for not for share, not for like and follow all we platforms them as they also for bring on a very interesting story. The Mina Khadija Bangura, they say have a good day.